What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another day. It is me, Chavez, and we are back. I am back with another. I caught myself. I almost said another NBA player props prize picks live stream, but in fact, that is my face up there. That is not an NBA player's image up there because there's no NBA today. So what the hell are we doing with our protected play, flex play over on prize picks? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, and that's what we're here to find out as a group. So this is gonna go. I don't know how this is gonna go. We're kind of at the mercy of prize picks board right now. We don't get to dig into any NBA player props, and we have to wait a whole week before we can do it again. So should be fun, should be interesting. We may not go 2 hours today. We may go an hour. Whatever needs to get done today, however long it takes, is how long it takes. So I appreciate you being here. I see 10 viewers on the stream. I appreciate your time. Hit that like button on your way in. The chat is up and running. Shy, good morning to you. Big Icy. We got Dr. Strange. Yes, I heard about that. I heard about that New York, that news coming out of New York. Prize Picks basically shutting down operations in New York. Basically, now they've moved it to a trophy system. I don't know what that is, but that's what I've been hearing. That's not good. Jet Set TV, NBA. Unfortunately, no NBA today. No NBA. You have your All-Star festivities and whatnot, but betting on the All-Star game and player props, all that stuff is all weird because these guys don't get full run. Playing like 6-7 minutes and stuff like that. So, but for today's show, our protected play, we got to kind of figure out what we're doing and where we're going. With our plays, because the prize picks board is void of NBA. All-Star games, All-Star game props are on the board right now. Yes, we could take a look at those. Don't get me wrong, we could definitely take a look at those. But that game isn't until Sunday. So if you're building out a protected play with All-Star players, All-Star game plays, you're gonna have to wait till Sunday evening for you to get your profit. So just keep that in mind if you want something like now. Probably gonna look to maybe NHL, basketball. I mean, you have soccer, PGA, you have your esports, fucking darts. Yeah, we'll be throwing some darts. All right, throwing shit against the wall, see if it sticks. Listen, we got props.cash to help us break plays down for NHL, college basketball, and we'll do the best we can. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So we'll talk about yesterday. We can talk about yesterday. We can talk about turds of the day. We can talk about our plays that didn't hit. We could talk about that. We could talk about the slips that worked out well for us yesterday. And then we can move right on into any questions you have, any player prop questions. If anything, I can just pull up the Prize Picks board. I can pull up the props.cash site and we can peruse. I can pull up the Odd Shopper Pick'ems table to see what value is popping on there. We can fill up this space. We're just not going to fill it up with a ton of NBA talk. We can't even break down All-Star game props. We can't. Over the last 7 years, Damian Lillard has shot 15% from the. Like, we can't break anything down for All-Star games. So just keep that in mind. It is more of like a gut play with the All-Star game. All right, so I got one turd of the day. If we want to get into turds of the day, I got one turd of the day, and it is DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I was really optimistic on him yesterday. I didn't overplay him. I played him in 2 slips, and I kept it pretty reasonable. But he didn't hit. He got ejected. He scored 2 points. He didn't even get 10 total RA, let alone 10 rebounds. He had an awful game. He had an awful game. So he is my turd of the day. I have a second turd of the day. We didn't say to play this guy yesterday, but anyone out there who advised you to take the under again on Anthony Edwards, that is a turd of the day. We talked about him possibly resting, but also about him being he's very adamant about playing games. If he's healthy, he will play. And if he's playing, he's not taking it easy. So he played and he went hard and he did his thing. So anybody out there that was saying take the under on Edwards, maybe because the All-Star break is looming and he's going to rest, that's a turd of the day right there. So those are my 2 turds. What else do we have? Let me fill up this toilet real quick. I see a Rudy Gobert. Rudy threw my entire slip off, says Carrie Young. I haven't said good morning to anybody. I'm just talking over here. Let me go back up. Shy, Big Icy, Dr. Strain, Jet Set, good morning. Ramo, good morning to you. Cutler, good morning. Carrie, to you. All right, there, covered it. All right, cool. Yeah, dominating, big turd of the day. Did you watch the TNT pregame, halftime show, all that shit? Shaq and the Fool, or he was like top 5. The way Jokic froze him. That was, I think my favorite one was Tanas. Watching him play basketball is hilarious. He's obviously there to be his brother's keeper for moral support. It's definitely worked into Giannis's contract, and that's the only reason he's there. Like Charles Barkley said, that dude has better job security than, I forgot who he said, but that dude has one of the best jobs in the world. The second best job security joke I ever heard was Peyton Manning's backup when he was in Indianapolis, because he never got hurt. Peyton Manning's backup, best job ever, right? You're never gonna play, and you're gonna get paid to not play. So Tanas is basically sitting on the bench, and when he does get in, he's doing that shit, missing shots, falling on the floor. Just, he's a terrible basketball player. We need a reboot for DeAndre. We need to boot his ass off off the stream. He was terrible. Just awful. Shy said, no turd, but John Collins was 2 points off his demon and proceeded to turn it over to lose the game. He got into that foul trouble going into the fourth, and the way the Jazz were playing, I thought it was possible he would just sit out the entire fourth quarter, because we've seen those rotations flop like that where they'll just run with the hot hands. Keontae George was on fire, so was Sexton. But he got back in the game, and as soon as he got back in the game, he was just scoring and getting rebounds. So, yeah, that's kind of that was kind of like a turd play. Turd play of the day was that turnover to cost him the over on his demons. We didn't talk about his demon points yesterday. We'll get into some of the plays. We got some time today. We're gonna fill up some time talking about what maybe what plays did work for us, but I feel like the biggest turd has been DeAndre Ayton, no doubt. No doubt. Cutler says 3 8-man slips. One Ayton pooped on 2 of them, and Curry only attempted 8 threes. Yeah, that was weird, right? Curry obviously took a backseat to Clay. Curry dished out, I want to say he had 12 assists. He definitely had 10. When I checked the box score, he had 10 assists, unless they stat corrected him. Okay, he finished with 10. I thought I saw 12, but he finished with 10. He just took a back seat. He still finished with a double-double, but Klay Thompson went off for 35 points. We talked about this yesterday, the under on Klay Thompson's fantasy score. Right? Like, if his shot's not falling, he's probably going under fantasy score, because he doesn't get a whole lot done in terms of rebounds and assists. I think saying his shot fell yesterday is an understatement. He scored 35 points, rebounds, and 2 assists off the bench. So he hit every single one of his props on points alone. That's what he does. So if you took the under on Klay Thompson, anything, maybe the under on his assist. I don't know what his assist line was, but field goal attempts, 22 field goal attempts, that hit. His threes hit, his points hit, his PR hit, his PRA hit, his PA, everything hit. So good on you if you played Klay Thompson. Good on you if you played him in multiple slips. He was obviously the biggest winner yesterday in terms of his props. Wiggins cash too. Yeah. So we talked about the threes on Wiggins. So we'll get into the, we'll get into the plays of the, not plays of, yeah, we'll get into our plays of the day also, because no need to wait to talk about those. We're just kind of going to skip into like from the turds to the winners. So if you were on the stream yesterday, then you're familiar with these plays. So these are the plays of the day from yesterday. So this is what we talked about. So I put in the Discord for everyone to check out. Vince Williams, 5 assists. I think Vince Williams was wasn't that a demon assist line? If not, then he went over. He had 7 yesterday. Klay Thompson goes over field goal attempts. Anthony Simons goes over his turnovers. Wiggins goes over his threes and his first quarter points. So we talked about the correlation with Wiggins. So we talked about how cool it would be if we took the over on his threes and you took the over on his first quarter points, and he ends up hitting his first quarter points with 2 threes. Like, how fast of a cash that would be. I know he definitely hit 1 in the first quarter. I don't know if he got 2 in the first quarter, but that would have been a very cool correlation. If you could have put him and Klay in a lineup and built around that, that probably would have gotten you some profit yesterday. He was your dart cutler. It makes sense. It probably didn't make you feel good if you play Klay Thompson learning that he was coming off the bench. It probably made you feel like you made a mistake. But he looked good coming off the bench. And I think sometimes when we think of players coming off the bench, we think of them not getting minutes. I mean, it's possible to get 30 plus minutes coming off the bench. Players do it all the time. And for a lot of players, it ends up working well for them because they're facing second unit guys. So, I mean, coming off the bench isn't like you're not a bench warmer. You know what I'm saying? You're not a reserve. You're just a guy coming off the bench, and you're still part of that rotation. Now, if you're like third or fourth person off the bench, maybe that's when you're like, oh, okay, his minutes are going to be reduced. But Klay was coming off the bench. He's like one of the first coming off the bench. So he still gave you 28 minutes. That's what he gives you on a normal night, right? Roughly. But nothing changed with his playing time. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good move by Kerr. Jet Set said Wiggins over points, rebounds, and assists. He was supposed to go over 18 and a half. He went over 27. Same thing with Brook Lopez. He went over with 28. Brook Lopez went over his PRA in the first half. I think he had like 20 in the first half. Giannis goes under. We talked about taking the under on Giannis. Not his points. Somebody did like the over on his points, and that definitely hit. But we talked about taking the under on his rebounds and assists. That worked out. We also talked about possibly taking the under on his PRA was at 49. He finishes with 35 plus that's 47. He finishes with 51 PRA. So he did go over PRA and points, but he stayed under rebounds and he stayed under rebounds and assists. So if you played the under on those cashed for you. Damian Lillard cashed. Damian cashed his PRA. He cashed his PA. I want to say he even cashed his PR, if I'm not mistaken. He definitely cashed his RA. And he had 3 threes. I don't know what his 3-point prop was. If it was 2.5, he definitely cashed. Yeah, Dame was a good play. What is going on, Damian? We went from Dame to Damian. What's going on, Damian? Who were your plays of the day? Monk, Amen Thompson, and Vince. Nice. Did you suggest Vince assist? Is that your play of the day? Nice. Jeremy under 6.5 RA was free. Isn't that crazy? 6 rebounds and assists, and he couldn't, he finishes with 2. It's crazy. Like, that's a super low line. You would think that's doable, right? It's crazy. Anthony Simons had more rebounds than Jeremy Grant. Chris Murray had more rebounds than Jeremy Grant. Damn. Yeah, that's not his game. He's a scorer. Yeah, he's just a scorer. There's a lot of those in the league. Just all they do is score points. And that's cool, but it doesn't do really anything for us in terms of props. Unless you just start taking all their unders, which seems to be working. Good to see a lot of people were on the right plays yesterday. Jet Set said DeAndre Ayton. Shopper said that he will go under. And man, I didn't know that they were right. Yeah. So I was seeing DeAndre Ayton in a few different plays, like a few different places. I definitely saw the under on his points. But I was seeing the over in a few spots for his points and rebounds. And it was kind of like even money on his PRA. So he didn't go over anything. So it was just a bad night for him. But Oddshopper got him right for sure. All right. So what's going on, JR? What is up? Glad you all are here. I understand this is not a typical stream. We don't have a ton of NBA props to go over, but we're going to do the best we can, and hopefully we can figure out how we're going to construct a protected slip for Prize Picks today. All right, let's head on over to the board. Let's pull up Prize Picks. All right. Also, if you're interested in my wins yesterday, I threw them in the Discord. I did take DeAndre Ayton. That wasn't a win for me. That slip was not profitable. However, I waited until like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so before tip off. And once the Milwaukee Bucks situation was kind of like confirmed, I took some overs on Bobby Portis's PRA. Took the over on his first half points. I paired that up with Jaden McDaniels' PRA and Colin Sexton's rebounds. Threw those in a couple of power plays and those hits. So those were good. And then I also put in a slip for Giannis's under and Jonathan Kuminga under PRA. So I had a few slips that hit. I shared those in the Discord after they were confirmed, but I played pretty light yesterday. It was a weird game. I wasn't gonna put a lot of money out there on a 3-game slate. So speaking of not putting a lot of money out there, here we are on the Prize Picks board. We have to flex. Yeah, we have to flex, Cutler. We don't have to flex a lot. We just got to flex a little bit. I mean, this is probably, if you are not new to Prize Picks and you play Flex Friday every Friday, it is days like this where you want to play a flex because there is such uncertainty out there with the other sports that we're not familiar with. So it is nice to know that you have that insurance in your back pocket if this slip doesn't hit. I think we have a little bit more confidence over the sports that we know, NBA and NFL. But on a day like today, where we're going to have to get into some different things, it's a little easier knowing that you have that protection. So, yeah, we're going to flex. So, Cutler says just one NHL game and one CBB game. Is that all there is today? Just one NHL game? Really? Oh, man. All right, stream's over. Fuck it. No. Holy crap. Yeah, this is a weird day. It would be interesting to see if Prize Picks does something for us today in terms of promo or promo funds or some shit like that. Like, this is a really dry ass day. Yeah, we're all the CS2 guys. We're all the CS2 guys. Speak your truth. If you got expertise in the esports arts, in the dark arts of the esports, share it with the chat. I depend on people who are smarter than me when it comes to esports. I tried to follow it, but honestly just wasn't able to. I mean, I've been watching football since I was 6. I've been playing sports since I was 6. All this stuff comes natural to me. It's like just I love those sports. Anything new, it does take me a while to get used to it and learn it. So esports is one of those where I'm figuring it out, but I'm definitely not where I need to be. Yeah, an insured power play, that would be dope. That would be dope. ROK, what is going on? Good morning. Says Lawson in the NHL game over 1.5 shots on goal. And it begins. And it begins. So good thing for us. Props.cash does provide doesn't just do NBA, it does all the sports, most of the sports. So NHL props have not been put on the board or have not been put in the blog for props.cash. So usually first thing in the morning, props.cash does a really good job of just kind of writing up some early plays to look at. And it helps getting the research process going. But maybe just because there is one game, might be tougher to find those. But let's look at this lost in play. 1.5 shots on goal. Make sure I have the right dude. All right, so we're looking at a different sport today. Nothing changes with props.cash, but we are looking at different game logs here. So the great thing about props.cash is that you don't have to be an expert in the sport to read these game logs. They're exactly the same as NBA. Everything is broken down exactly the same. So you see his 5 games, you see his 10 games here, positive odds. You even get to see what other books have this at. So you're getting positive odds across all the books. Shots on goal projected for 2.41. So we can keep these breakdowns pretty simple. Unless you have additional insights, throw it in the chat. But that's our very first NHL play talked about on the live stream. We just made history. Big Icy said Tiger Woods over 3.5 birdies. Is it in the birdies or better? Cutler says, I've never seen CS2 or play CS2, but I've gotten some W slips off Twitter projection slips. Yeah. It's newer, right? CS2 is a little newer to Prize Picks because it definitely is newer. Absolutely. League of Legends, and you had League of Legends, Valorant, CSGO. Those were the 3 that I got into like during the summer when there was like no NFL, no NBA, and baseball is like, is the only sport around. And you're just looking at esports. So I got into esports a little bit, but I still don't know a ton about them. All right. Yeah, we got MMA on the card. So remember that your protected play can consist of plays outside of today. I don't know how far though. How far is that? We don't even have the promo in our promo box yet. The MMA card should be covered in that protected play. Isn't it like 24 hours? That window is 24 hours. Let's see. ROK says money line on Volk in UFC this weekend. Encore. What's going on, Ruben? Hockey. we are at this point where we are looking at different sports. Last year during the All-Star break, I tried to put out content. I did put out content for college basketball. It was weird. It was definitely not my cup of tea. I tried it. It was definitely something that I wanted to give a shot. But college basketball is just a lot different than the NBA. You can't project it like you can NBA, and you keep in mind like there are only 2 halves. They're way less minutes. So sometimes you see these PRAs in college basketball, like 17 PRA, and you're like, psh, going over that shit. That's like the equivalent of 30 PRA in the NBA. So This year we're doing something different. We're opening it up to anything. We're opening it up to anything, not just college basketball. All right. Anybody betting darts? Like I said, I'm throwing some darts at the darts. I don't know anything about this, to be honest. I don't even know where you would start your research, where you would dig in. Are you going on Twitter and just like searching darts, prize picks, and seeing like if anybody has a slip? I did that with Power Slap one day, and there's not a lot for Power Slap, but the breakdown that this person on Twitter gave out was, these dudes you go under because they hit so hard, so I'm taking unders on all of them. That was his breakdown. Deep dive right there. These dudes hit hard, so they usually don't last long, is what he said. So I put two pick out there, put $5 on it. One of them definitely went under, and then the other one, the line was 3.5. They went up to 12 combined slaps. So much for these guys hit hard that they basically knock each other out in every game. So yeah, that's what you get on Twitter. If you're not familiar with a sport, you're kind of at the mercy of these people out there just giving you bullshit breakdowns, and they don't know what they're talking about. So try not to go too deep down that rabbit hole. Let's see what else. Damien says, well, hold on. Big Icy has, if anyone's into Call of Duty, Sib over 51.5 map kills. This is going to be, listen, the plays that we're putting into this is not, I'm not saying this is a slip, play it. We're just putting slips on the board. I mean, we're just putting plays on the board, right? That's all we're doing. Don't be coming back at me. Don't be coming back at me if this, if these plays don't hit. We're working on this together. But if this play does hit, then, boy, what a day that would be. TJ Haley under 50.5 map, 1 through 3 kills. What else? Look at this. We already got 4 plays on the board. This is like, you want to talk about diversify. Where's RZA? We need RZA. Where's RZA? We're diversifying our slip here. We got a PGA. We got 2 Call of Duty plays. We have an NHL play. Got another Call of Duty play. Clayster under 50.5. A lot of unders. ROK says Leedy, is it Lede over 19 points? I do not see that one. Unless I'm spelling it wrong. No, I don't see that one. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him. Over. So we can actually look up these college basketball players. We can do that on props.cash. We can actually head over there and check out these NCAA players. Got him. Kevin Park, what's going on? Welcome in. Have you picked a hell of a day if it's your first stream, you picked a hell of a day with no NBA. I tell you what, though, if you like this stream, I would say this will probably be my live stream at its worst because of the lack of games we have today in terms of building out a slip, no NBA. So if you like this stream, At this point, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it when we get full board again. So appreciate y'all being here. Hitting that like button on your way in also helps. We got another Call of Duty play. Lucky under 46.5 map kills. We don't have a lot of esports talk. It is possibly something to consider in the summer. I'm already at 6. Okay, so I tell you what. Let's look at this. Let's look at this Jaden Lede or Lede points prop. Yeah, anybody have any tennis? Big Icy says Yannick. Is it Yannick under 22 total games? All right, we'll come back. Let's just take a look at this. Then we got 30 viewers on this stream and no NBA today. 31. Appreciate y'all being here. I was like, damn, if we get like 5 people today, that's cool. At least I'm not talking to myself. Appreciate y'all showing up. All right. So we already looked up Lawson Krause. Everything that we like, everything that we look for is there. Odds, game logs, projections. One game today. I can't believe there's only one NHL game today. Props.cash also has CSGO. We can dig into CSGO if you want. All right, let's take a look at this. So Jaden is it 19? So his number got bumped down on Prize Picks to 19. You were getting pretty heavy juice to the under. Back-to-back games of going over, 5 straight of going under, head-to-head matchup against New Mexico, 0 for 3. Projected for 17. Listen, a lot of these plays might be like, I don't know shit about this sport or whatever. Today's the day. Today's the day to not know shit about sports and play a slip with that protected play, right? If there was ever a day that you were going to throw a slip out there with that protection on it, today is that day. If you are still alive for the Prize Picks contest thing that's going on, then you definitely want to maybe, I would say, consider a 2-pick with some higher upside plays to keep that streak alive. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And it doesn't have to be a sweep, right? It doesn't have to be a sweep. Like if you play a 6-pick and if you get 5 out of 6 right, that's still a win, right? Or if you get 4 out of 6 right, that's a win. I think it doesn't have to be a clean sweep, but power plays offer, I guess, the clearest path to a win. All right. 6-0. I see this other college basketball play since we already have CBB pulled up. Is that his name, Supreme Cook? For real? Oh man, that's not his real name. That's his real name, Supreme Cook. Wow, what a name. Supreme has to be a nickname. Is his real name like Sylvester? And he's like, nah, man, that's a bullshit name. Call me Supreme. Anyway. What's his point prop at? 11.5 over on Prize Picks. So it's sitting at 10.5 right now, or it opened at 10.5. He is projected for 12. So even at the increased line of 11.5, he's still seeing positive projection. No. Hey, 6-0. Supreme is over on Prize Picks at 10.5. You got 11.5 in your question, but he's at 10.5. I just want to make sure that you saw that. But so 10.5 is his line. He's gone over this in 9 out of 10 games, 3 straight, 4 out of 5. Projected for 12. What time does this game start? 6. Okay. That one looks good. That Supreme point prop looked good. Pickleball? There's a pickleball? I know what it is, but there's pickleball on Prize Picks? Where? Dota was the other esport I was thinking about too. Pickleball. I don't know anything about pickleball. Am I the only motherfucker that don't have CBB on Prize? I don't know. Refresh your page. Or are you on your phone? See if there's an update on your phone. But usually if you just reload the page, it'll pull up. Sometimes for me, it won't let me see my payouts. It'll just be like buffering. So I just refresh it and that typically does it. Any MMA. I mean, I'm always down to talk MMA. So what? I tell you this. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. Tell you this. What? Damn. There are no expert picks available on Prize Picks. Or on the Odd Shopper Pick'ems table. Hold on. Let me. You know what? Next week we might have to do just a stream where we just talk movies and music and shit like that, and like we'll mix in some sports, but it'll kind of just be like a chop it up session, kind of. We may have to do something like that next week. But I pulled up this on the Odd Shopper, and I saw this dude, and I thought that was an actual player. And I was like, this guy's like 70 years old. He's still in college. He's playing college baseball. I think that's their coach. Has to be their fucking coach. He's definitely not their shortstop. But I just wanted to pop over here to see if there was any articles that we could possibly use to find today. But it looks like there's just like, it's just kind of dry out there right now. So the fact that we're able to find these plays, as many plays as we found today. Oh, there's something. We got first round leader bets, odds, picks, and betting predictions for the Genesis Invitational. So there's really not a whole lot right now on the Odd Shopper side of things. It's one of those weeks we're just gonna have to one of those days we'll just have to tough it out. All right, let's see. Who does Cook play for? Cook plays for San Diego. No. George, is it George Washington? It's Villanova versus George. I think it's George Washington. Let's confirm. Georgetown. Why did I say George Washington? There's a school, George Washington. Yeah. Georgetown. Three Kings. What is going on? 33 Kings. Is it 33 or 3 Kings? Or 3 Kings. Is that 3 another E? Backwards E, 3 kings. What is going on? Nonetheless, appreciate you being here. Cutler says he found a discrepancy on Prize Picks. Call of Duty, TJ Haley under 50.5 maps. Matt went to 1 through 3 kills. Other books have him at 47. So if you want to take the under on that one, we already have him in our little slip here. We got him going under. ROK say he already put Lawson and Lede over in a 2-pick slip. There, boom, done. Easy, right? Easy. What's going on? I feel like I've seen you before in the chat, but if not, if it's your first stream, thank you for being here. You ask how does Gibson Jimerson under on points look tonight? Let's take a look. He plays for they're playing VCU. All right. All right, so we got his points over on Prize Picks at 11.5. So that is matching what we're seeing in the in the market. 3 straight games of going under this. 2 out of his last 5. His head-to-head games with Virginia Commonwealth, he's averaging 11 in those games. 3 straight games of going under versus them. His projections don't look good. He's only projected for roughly 9 today. Odds are in slight favor of the over on this one. Yeah, if there's anything about this that's not standing out or sitting right, if you all are watching college basketball, let me know in the chat. But based off what I'm seeing here, it's kind of conflicting because you're getting slightly positive odds to the over, but the game logs don't look super strong, although his upside's high. And then you have projections that are not good, and then you have head-to-head matchups that are also not that good. The more recent games, one game this year, he didn't score anything. And he played 35 minutes. That's not right. He scored 0 points and played 35 minutes. He played damn near the whole game and didn't score any points. Did he take a shot? He took 3 shots and only took 3 shots and missed them all. I mean, you can't expect that to happen again. That seems like an outlier. I mean, even if you have a bad scoring night, you normally don't see guys only take 3 shots. Is that his MO? 4 shots, 10, 12. What about over his last 10? He has not been the high volume shooter his last 5 games. I don't know about this one, but if you see enough to make a decision, you got his odds there. Game logs, last 5 versus last 10. His head-to-head games here, last game here, projections here. ROK says over on Vulcan strikes. Vulcan? Did I just make that name up? Strikes. Where are you? There we go. Who's on this card? Ah, Volkanovski. Gotcha. Taking the under on that one or over 85 and a half strikes. Oh, Whitaker's on this card? All right. So I'm going to clear out this board so we can start just bringing up new plays as y'all put them in the chat. But so our first play that we looked at was Lawson Krause over shots on goal. We didn't break down Tiger Woods birdies because honestly, I don't have the tools on props.cash to do that. But we were looking at the over on this one. Esports, we're trusting the judgment of our chat on these. So we have Sib over his map 3 first 3 I'm trying to say that in a different way. Map 1 through 3. That's so weird for me to say. I'm just going to say over his map kills, okay? 51 and a half. You got TJ Haley under his map kills also, and this one was backed up by some additional research, being that other books have this at 47. So you would take the under on this one and then possibly take the over on his 47 map kills on another site. That way you can middle it and it lands right in the middle. That's a pretty big discrepancy, 3.5. Then you like the under on Clayster kills. We like the over on Jaden Ledee points, and I'm gonna all these so we can put up Cook's points, which look good, really good. And then the over on Volkanovski strikes. ROK says that is his favorite play. We want to do a play of the day today. You want to do players of the day today because we don't have NBA whatnot. But I mean, it seems like we're getting. I mean, honestly, we're getting more plays up on the board than I thought we would. So if y'all got plays of the day, we can put them in here. I'm going to put Volkanovski strikes there for you, RLK. He says other books have it at 89. That's a huge discrepancy. What's going on, Mel? Green on all six NBA. You got all of your 6 picks right? Or, I see what you're saying. Getting all green today on a non. Yeah, I thought you were saying you got all green yesterday. Yeah, that would be crazy, right? That would be crazy. Cutler says, I'm seeing another one I'm seeing is Lemos over 10.5 fight time. So Georgetown. Yeah, Joel Green answered that Supreme Cook question. Georgetown. I'm just seeing this. Yeah. I said George Washington. He plays for George Lopez University. There's a George in his school name somewhere. George Lopez University. Jet Set said, what's the plan? We're doing picks on Saturday, but we can start doing them today, so that way it counts for the flex. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we're open. Any plays that you see for tomorrow, like MMA's tomorrow, so any MMA plays that you include in your slip, those aren't going to cash out till tomorrow. I think on days like this also, it's really important to lock in value where you can get it, so long as it fits the rules of the promo. Because the last thing you want to do is force in a protected only for today and not feel good about it. I think this is a good weekend to kind of exercise some patience. And if we see a play that's great, but it's not gonna start until tomorrow, that's okay. Like there's no rush, right? So I think we should consider that. It's different when there's NBA going on because we get 10 games on a Friday. There's so many options to choose, so it's a little different. When you're limited in sports, I think, you know, a little patience probably would help. That way we're not just forcing in random ass plays, hoping it hits. What's going on, Mike Woods? Good morning to you. Love the shirt. Yeah. Iron Mike. I went back and watched a few of his fights, his early fights. And it's crazy to see the looks on the other boxers' faces across the room. You can already see that they lost the fight. They were so defeated. As soon as Mike Tyson walked his entrance, as soon as he got in the ring, the fight was over. And a lot of his fights were over before he even took a swing. It was fucking ridiculous. That man was so scary. So I love watching his old fights. Pre-tattoo. Oh, Marcus says he can't because college basketball. You can't get college basketball on your location. Damn. Prize Picks is just making it fucking difficult for us today. Cutler says WCVB Aronette Vonleh over. I stuck the landing on that last name. Vonleh over 13.5 bumped line, but Prize Picks had her at 12.5 while other books had her at 14. So even at the bump line, it's still coming in lower. It's still coming in lower than the other books. Nice. What's going on, Steven? What is going on, sir? Morning, nerd. Morning. All right, we got a Valorant play. Valorant. We got a Flip de Jour under 30.5 maps. 1 through 2 kills. Maps. First 2 map kills. Why do they have it written like that? Where's Flip? These names for esports are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Mel says Prize Picks won't let us put that slip in as a whole. Which one? The slip that we had on earlier or the one that we're kind of building out now? What is going on, Jim? Good morning to you. You're in New York, right? Prize Picks no longer in New York? Or they changed the scoring system for you? So you got Underdog, Jock Markets. Let's look. Hold on. I just went over the Jock Market. Also, listen, no NBA for the next few days. Not a better time to take on another pick'em site if you are only playing on Prize Picks right now. You probably know what I'm about to tell you. if you've watched this stream before. But if you're only playing on Prize Picks right now, this is a great time to take on another pick'em site, because different lines, discrepancies. The more limited you are on Prize Picks, the more you will feel forced to play plays. And if you just take a look at what Underdog has, or Jock Market, or Parlay Play, wherever, you'll probably be surprised at how different some of these lines are. So I want to pull up this player real quick, because I see it on Jock Market. So Dontrez Styles, points and rebounds, sitting at 17.5 on Prize Picks right now. Jock Market is discounting it to 7.5 today. So here's another Hoya play. We already talked about Cook, and then we have, boy, these names: Supreme Cook, Dontrez Styles. I want to play their props just because they have badass names. Let's look at his PR. At 17.5 on Prize Picks. Can't look at his PR. I don't know why props.cash doesn't let you just like NBA. Like, what's so different about college basketball that you have to only do this shit? So let's look at his points. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging 14 points. He's a 14 point per game player on the year. So 14 points. Rebounds. He's averaging 5 rebounds. He's a six rebounds per game guy on the year. So over his last 5 games, he's basically averaging 19 points and rebounds. Prize Picks has it at 17.5, which seems like a decent line, but why play it at a higher line and instead of playing it at a lower line on Jock Market? So 16.5 is his points line on Jock Market. That's a pretty decent line. All right, so we just kind of built out another slip here. We do have this. If you want to take out the Supreme Cook or this Ladie, maybe put in Styles. No, I suggest you play it on Jock Market. You can still play it on Prize Picks if you want, but you're just going to get a better line on Jock Market. But here is another 6 pick that we just kind of built out, kind of on the fly. Research, is not as deep as it normally is, just due to the board right now. But 2 NCAA plays. We have Volkanovski strikes in there. We got Lemos fight time. We got the over on Vonleh's points. However, it's been bumped up, but still sitting under where the books have it at 14.5. And we got Flipsger under his kills, under their kills. There. All right. Marcus said, I paid for this site that has been on fire with picks lately, and Rob Whitaker is at 63.5 significant strikes, and books have him at 66.5. All right, so I guess I should have screenshotted the first ones, right? I didn't think about that. Well, we'll start screenshotting them now. All right, now let's clear this. Let's head back over to MMA and let's take a look at that Whitaker. So you're obviously looking to take the over on this one if other books have it at 65.5. Mike Wood says, "Is there anyone from Florida in the chat? How do you feel about Prize Picks getting booted out of your state?" So they completely. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding. They changed the format up in New York, or did they completely take it out in New York? And then they also took it out of Florida. So it must be something like a bill was passed to not allow that. Is it all pick'em sites or is it just Prize Picks? Jim says they changed the scoring system in New York. Cutler says Floridian here. Yeah, it's fucked up. But are you okay? So Cutler says I'm playing on Dabble and will probably get more involved with parlay play. Parlay play is very, very similar to Prize Picks, where they do allow you like to build out, I think, up to 7, like a 7 pick flex. You also get you get to adjust one player prop line per day. The payouts are pretty good too on parlay play, so that's also a good one. Ooh. Marcus says Ian Gary over 76.5 significant strikes. Books have him at 79. Oh, he had 2 R's in his last name. Excuse me. So nothing's really changing with this live stream. I mean, except for my fucking chair trying to chair. I tried to adjust it and I almost like hit the floor. I dropped it that low. Yeah, nothing's really changing with this live stream. I'm a little surprised that we are able to find the value in other sports thanks to you all digging in, sharing them in the chat. And listen, by no means am I saying like, oh, all these are gonna hit and whatnot, but you already should know the risk involved in playing player props. But it does show you the amount of value that is out there outside of the major sports. So if we just dig a little bit, we'll find some. Yeah, Jim, check out Underdog. No doubt. Use my promo code. All my promo codes are in the Discord under promotions. So I have a few promo codes out there. Let's see. Oh, you just asked me about that. I didn't see this one. Yeah. So go over to the Discord. Under promo codes. And you'll see my Underdog. You'll see my Underdog promo code there. Yeah, it's in there. Parlay play. I have a promo code for parlay play as well. All right. Moving on. 60 says we're both in Texas. Which other site do you use thinking about sleeper app? I use Prize Picks. I use Jock Market. The reason I was using Jock Market initially was because the payout was identical to Underdog. So if you're not familiar with the payouts on Underdog, they reward 6x on 3 picks versus the 5x on Prize Picks. So why play a 3-pick power on Prize Picks when you can play the same line on Underdog for higher money? And then Jock Market offered the same thing. And then recently Jock Market reduced it to 5x. So it doesn't really benefit me at all to play 3 picks on Jock Market anymore. But the fact that Jock Market does have lower lines and you do get these daily discounts on player props keeps me there. That's what keeps me there. So I like Jock Market. It's very similar to Underdog, how Underdog will run these like flash promos and shit. So There's a lot of similarities between those two. That's kind of where I played the most. I might have to look into other sites over the weekend. It's a good time to kind of since there's not a whole lot of NBA going on. I was thinking about taking the next few days and just kind of trying to get like my stuff in order a little bit more organized with my pick'em sites and whatnot. But that's where I play. Yeah, Cutler says parlay play added alternate lines where you can adjust for the over or under as well. Yeah, and I think it's one per day. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. Carrie says Prize Picks might be coming in North Carolina next because we are getting FanDuel and DraftKings. Prize Picks isn't in North Carolina already? Are we talking about something else? All right, let's see. Mel says Sung Hung Min shots under 3.5. I nailed that name. On other sportsbook, minus 0.5 difference. So we got soccer now. I think I have his rookie card. You like the under on this one? I definitely have this dude's rookie card. Jet Set says, hey, so what I do is I just do a GPS emulator or something like that, and I put my location somewhere else. When I was in Tampa for the Royal Rumble, I could not bet on Prize Picks. Dude, you were at the Royal Rumble? That's nice, man. Where were you sitting? That's dope. Let's see. I hope not. You can use the protected. You can only use the protected play once. Today? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I got through the chat. Holding steady at 31 viewers. Little less than typical streams, but a little more than I thought we'd get today, to be completely honest with you. So I'm happy. I'm happy with what we got going on right now. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you've been here for the entire hour already, holy crap. We've already gone through working on our third round of player props here. Believe it or not. Holy shit. Okay, so let's see what else we can find. How about this one? If you have any additional insight into this one, Tiger Woods under his 71.5 strokes. The only discrepancy you're seeing is on DraftKings. DraftKings has it at 70.5, so you're getting at a higher line on Prize Picks. So you would just take the under on this one. I mean, unless you think he just falls apart. But if you like the over on his birdies, I mean, if you're hitting birdies, you're not. If you're hitting birdies and your strokes are reduced, pause. So I would think that these two correlate with each other. Trying to find something that is of decent value. How about this one? So we got Wonderful with a 0. Looking at the over on this one starts in 45 minutes. Looking at the over on his first two map headshots here. 12 on Prize Picks. It's 12.5 on Fliff, and it's 13 on Underdog. So two competing pick'em sites have this at a higher line. So you have two pretty decent data points that are encouraging you to take on Prize Picks because of the discrepancy. I mean, so that could be one right there. If you wanted to dip your toe into the CS2 waters. What else? There are quite a few PGA lines, but the discrepancies aren't that big. Like you're looking at, like for Scotty Scheffler's stroke, 68 on Prize Picks. DraftKings has it at 68.5. Right? To me, that's not enough of a to like. It's just like right there in the middle. Big Icy said he got Wonderful at 32. So you're taking the over. You're taking the over 32 for Wonderful. Scotty Scheffler over 0.0 birdies or better. Look, these are where the fuck is where's PGA? There it is. Listen, the reason these are so popular. So if you put 4 of these in a slip, okay? If you put 4 of these in a slip and then you put 2 plays in there also that, like different plays. Like let's say you put 4 of these 0 birdie props in there and then you took Supreme Cook over points and you took Volkanovski over strikes, just throwing them in there, right? If these birdie props they can't go under. So like they either push at 0 or they go over. So if they push at 0, then they cancel out, and then you're just left with the 2 plays. And if like Volkanovski goes over and whoever else you have in there, then your 6 pick turns into a 2 pick and you cash. The best case scenario is 1 or more of these birdies hit, because then it just turns into like a 3 pick, a 4 pick. These are really good plays to put in a slip and almost expect them to not go over, because that's worst case scenario, and your worst case scenario has you cashing. Your best case scenario has you sweeping. You could play it like that. What's going on, Joey? Good morning. Appreciate that. If you love this show, you're gonna love the live streams when we're back on track with full NBA. So if you're loving this show right now, you're gonna really love it when we're at full go. So this is kind of a watered down version of it. We don't have a lot going on the board, but we're working on a third build here of just random ass plays here. Let's see. I've never taken anything from NBA season also, Cutler. I mean, you guys want to look at some NBA season right now? I mean, this is the second half of the season. You have 27 games remaining. I think these will require a little bit more time to dig into. What throws these off also is if these guys get injured, I don't know. Okay, so all more and less picks on players who don't play in at least 15 games will be settled as DNP. So yeah, if an injury occurs and they don't play more than 15, then you're cool. You're covered. But what also could hurt these is if like let's say you took the under on this for DeJounte Murray and then Trae Young gets hurt, you know he's going to go over 30 points more than 4 times just because he has to be the primary scorer on that team. It's little stuff like that. So that's why I feel like picking these may be we may do a show next. If you want to do a show next week on the live streams, and we could just talk, we can just break down season props for the rest of the year and kind of break it down together. That might be a better strategy than, just kind of looking at the board and just kind of clicking away. Yeah, also, like, if I'm doing an NBA season, I'm going to put some money up to make sure I win, maybe like 2-man pick. And if you're going to do it that way, then you definitely want to make sure that you're putting in the research and time, right? Because you don't want to throw your money away on some bad picks over here. All right, so far, we got these 5 on the board. We got Whitaker over strikes. We got Gary over strikes. We got Hung Min under his shots. We got under strokes for Tiger Woods, assuming he's racking up birdies today. You like the over on his birdies, then his strokes are going to be lower. Kind of correlates. And then we have wonderful overhead shots. You could also go the over, or you can also go the under on his total map kills, but the headshots was the one that I saw standing out the most. And that's 5 right there. Do we have another one we can throw in here for a 6er? Let's see here. Let me pop back over to Odd Shopper. Lot of soccer. Lot of European Premier. The only 2 that aren't soccer plays are you have Darian Trammell going under his points, and Seth Jarvis over total points. That's your NHL play. The rest of these are soccer plays. Damn, man. Even if we go over to the Prize Picks Optimizer and just see what's generating in terms of a slip. Is it not going to generate anything? Oh. Maybe that. Well, shit. Let's just read these off. I don't know. Can we play a play that's on Sunday in a slip? All right. I'm not too sure about the Sunday plays. I don't know. I think we can. I think as long as we opt into that to the promo once it's put in our promos tab, as long as we opt into it, any play in that slip, it can be included. So you just have to wait. You just have to wait it out. If that's the case, then it does give you more options if you want to include something from Sunday. But I mean, we've pretty much built out 3 slips using different sports, different plays, all over the place with these plays also. Oh, appreciate that, Jim. Nice. We can only do flex play for once, but we get the insurance pretty much. I might just do 20 today. Yeah. All right. So I tell you what, I think we're good for today's stream. All right. A little shorter of a stream. Really didn't have a huge agenda going on today with the limited board and just kind of piecing it together. But I think we got enough in there today to consider for a slip. And once we get that promo over on Prize Picks, we can start to build out some slips. So I'm going to screenshot what we had on the board, and I'll put those in the Discord. If you want to throw some plays of the day in the chat, go ahead and do that. What I have so far is just the Volkanovski over 85.5 significant strikes. I like the Supreme Cook over 10.5 points as well. I think that's a pretty solid play. I might, to keep my streak going on Prize Picks for this contest, how much time do I have? I might build out a slip with some of these birdie plays and just pair it up with that Tiger Woods birdie play or another play, and just hope for some pushes, and at least I can cash on a 2-pick. I might do that today. I'll share whatever I decide over, and if you want to tell that, go ahead and tell that. If not, it's all good. I think that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate y'all being here. We typically run 2 hours, but today's a little shorter of a stream. Believe it or not, an hour and a half is short for a stream for me. So we'll be back on Monday. No live streams on the weekend. Take a couple days off. Enjoy the All-Star game. Enjoy the All-Star festivities. If I do decide to play anything from the All-Star game, I'll just put that in the Discord rather than making a stream around it. I'll just put those things in Discord, and then we'll be back Monday. I'll figure out what we're gonna do next week. I think it's a good idea to dig into some NBA second season long stats, some props. We may devote a stream around that. We may devote a stream around just entertainment in general. Just chop it up. And we still got Taco Tuesday next Tuesday, so we'll have some player discounts to bring up as well. But I got Vonleh in there, Cutler, 13.5 points, Cook 10.5 points, and Volkanovski over 85.5 significant strikes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's stream. Really appreciate y'all being here. 31 viewers. Typically in that 60 to 70 viewer range in live streams, but considering the circumstances, I think 30 is pretty damn cool. Also, if you haven't done so already, if you lasted this long, consider subbing up to the channel. Definitely hit the thumbs up button on your way out. If you didn't do it on your way in, drop me a comment. The chat was on fire today, as always. Appreciate the support. Consider sharing this with somebody you know, the channel, the video, share it with somebody you know. And we'll be back Monday with another live stream. Best of luck to you all today, no matter what you play, no matter what you play, whatever sport, darts, trucks, MMA, whatever you're going to roll with. I hope all your props respect the damn coin. I'll let the intro bump a little bit for y'all. Until Monday morning, have a great weekend. And Chavez out.